Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas to you all. Bob, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Dave. I know it's still just Christmas Eve here, but in your neck of the woods in Japan, it's actually Christmas morning. So I
Yeah.
just want to say thank you to everybody who happened to stop by or might stop by. I don't know if we're going to actually get anybody to come in, but we've got a couple here. I mean, Running Tap is here, Feral Grandma is here. Thank you both for being here. And anybody else, as you come in, be sure and say Merry Christmas or hello so that we can say Merry Christmas back to you.
Mm. And yeah, please let us know where you're coming in from. And I'll flash that up a screen. Is it time? Indeed, it is. It's time.
Mm-hmm.
um, so, Bob, how are things going? Are you more kind of mobile than you were last time?
A little bit. I mean, like I said, it's getting a little better every day. I mean, I've been sleeping a little better. You can see I have my heating pad, my neck and shoulder heating pad on because as I was sitting up ready to do this live stream, my neck really started to hurt, so I got this back out. But I can move my head, as you can see, quite a bit more
Mm.
than I could 2 weeks ago. It's still certainly not great. I still can't drive because I can't turn my head far enough to see down the lanes of traffic, but it's getting a little better every day. I'm sleeping a little more each night, and it's a little less painful getting in and out of bed. You know, the first week or two, I was sleeping here in my computer chair sitting up because
Mm.
trying to lay down in my bed put so much pressure on my neck that it really, really hurt.
Mm.
And the one time I managed to fall down into bed, I laid there in pain for it was probably a good hour or so before it finally calmed down enough for me to go to sleep. But I've actually been sleeping in the bed the last week or so. So it's getting a little bit better. But I do have something I want to
Mm.
show everybody since they're here. And I haven't come up with a name with it. We all know that Bart K has Yellow Ted. And Rick Charger Mopar down in Florida has um, his little cat Milton as
Mm-hmm.
his channel mascot. And somebody, there was no name on the card, but somebody in my subscriber base sent me a mascot for my channel. And I thought perhaps we could have a little naming contest today. Um, Somebody sent me a little stuffed cow. Isn't that just the cutest thing ever?
Nice. So we could go for naming suggestions. Anyone wants to put naming suggestions in here, I'll star them up and we can go through them later. Um, can I make a suggestion, Bob?
Sure.
How about Orange Bob? Along the lines of Yellow Ted, Orange Bob.
Uh-huh.
No, doesn't get you excited.
That one
Um,
doesn't get my motor running, but you know, if everybody else votes for Orange Bob, then that's what it's going to be because I will let the viewers here today decide.
mm,
Merry Christmas to you, John.
yeah, cool. So Papa Carnivore is asking, what are you guys having for dinner tonight and tomorrow night for Christmas dinner? I'm having roast duck tonight. Um, it's a normal day here for Japanese people and us here. So I'm just having normal, no dinner tonight or tomorrow. How about you, Bob?
Well, today is because I ate rather heavily on some pork chops yesterday. I haven't felt hungry today, and I don't feel like I'm going to get hungry. So today's probably going to end up being a no food day. But for tomorrow, another friend of mine stopped by. He found Omaha Steaks burgers because Omaha Steaks is a very famous meat delivery service run here, obviously out of Omaha. And I used to get them a lot, but they're really expensive and they're kind of small. But they sell their burgers, which are burgers made out of prime rib scraps. So they're called prime rib burgers.
Mm.
And they're normally expensive, but a friend of mine was going through the store, the Omaha Steaks store, and found buy one get one free on their really good burgers. So he picked up 2 packages of burgers and brought them over to me. They're in the freezer. I'm going to have just hamburgers tomorrow, but really good Omaha Steaks hamburgers.
Ooh, nice. So comment here from Brendan. Merry Christmas, Carnivores. Traveling from Bunyip to Wonthaggi today. Carnivore Christmas to all, Brendan. Cheers, Brendan. I don't think I can't remember whether I've mentioned this to you before in a previous live stream you've been on. My mum used to work in Wonthaggi, and my parents used to live in Coronella. They're in Queensland now, but they used to live in Coronella. I guess you know that area somewhat, being in that area. Okay, Jeannie, Bob, are you getting groceries delivered, or do you have someone to shop for you?
I get them delivered. I've been meaning to cancel it for a couple of years now, but when at the height of the pan thingy that shall not be named, when I was looking after my mom down in New Orleans, it was really hard to leave her alone in her house in New Orleans. So I signed up for Walmart delivery at that point in time and have just never gotten around to canceling it, because along with the free delivery, if you order $35 or more, you also get, I believe it's Paramount Plus that I have. I hardly ever look at it, but it's another streaming service that comes with the package. So if you figure most of those streaming services cost $50 to $75 a year, it's really only costing me, if you take that off the top, it's really only costing me about another $25 a year to keep the Walmart delivery service. And I'm glad I didn't cancel it this year, because then I would have had to find someone to go do my grocery shopping for me. So yeah, I've been having groceries delivered from Walmart. It's been 3 weeks and a couple of days since I felt, like I said, I'm getting better every day, but this looks like, it's feeling like it could be a while.
Yeah. Okay, from Anecdotal Carnivore. Merry Christmas from Iowa. I'm having beef short ribs and beef cheeks tomorrow. Nice.
Excellent.
And from Amanda, it's 11:30 a.m. here in New Zealand. I'm going to have my steak at lunchtime. Nice. Merry Christmas.
Nice. Merry
Happy
Christmas
steak.
to you. Yep, everybody on
Happy
that side of the
steak day.
world, it's Christmas already. Thank you for being here. Merry Christmas to you. Everybody on my side of the world, it's still Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas as well.
Dustin, how you doing? Merry Christmas.
Hey, Dustin, how you doing?
Okay. Denise, Merry Christmas from New South Wales, Australia. The grandchildren just opened their presents. I had a sardine breakfast, cooking duck and a ham for lunch. Funny you mentioned the sardines. I didn't want to feel hungry on this live stream, and I've got some stuff to do straight after. So instead of my normal breakfast, I had a couple of cans of sardines this morning. It was quite nice. But Bob, you probably don't like that idea, do you?
No, that's okay. For those of you that enjoy it, there's nothing wrong with sardines. If you enjoy sardines, you should enjoy them. I detest them.
Okay. John, Bob, how's the neck going?
It's getting a little better. As you can see, I've got my heating pad on my neck and shoulders. It's slowly but surely it's recovering. It feels like it's gonna be a while.
Okay. Oh, we've got some suggestions coming through, Bob.
Okay, yeah, and for those that don't know,
from Jeannie, Bobette the cow.
Yeah, for those that weren't here right at the start, We are naming the mascot for my channel that somebody sent me. It's a cute little stuffed cow.
Actually, because I'm not going to be able to keep track of the starred comments as easily, what I'm going to do is every time someone puts a suggestion in, I'm going to write it down and I'll run through them towards the end of the live stream. So we've got Bobette,
and Orange Bob from you.
Orange Bob, Orange Bob. Okay. That's kind of growing on me, Orange Bob. Yeah. Okay, from Michelle. Christmas blessings from Michelle, Cork Island. Have a wonderful day. God bless you both. Thank you, Michelle. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Michelle. Merry Christmas indeed.
So yeah, it's 10:40 p.m. in Ireland on Christmas Eve. So Santa's going to be arriving soon.
About an hour and 20 minutes. Although I did see a funny one today. It said the North Pole is putting out a notice that only children that live within 180 miles of the North Pole will be getting presents this year because Santa's sleigh converted to electric power this year.
From Denise, the cow looks like a Highland coo, or as we say in Scotland, a Heelan coo. I can't put on a Scottish accent at all, despite being Scottish. Yes. So you could call him the Heelan coo.
Heelan coo. I am also Scottish.
Are you?
Oh yeah, I'm Scottish German. My mother's maiden name was McClure.
Oh, okay. Oh, you just reminded me of The Simpsons there. It's that Scott McClure, is that the guy from The Simpsons?
I don't know. I never watched The Simpsons.
Okay, here we got another one. Merry Christmas, folks. Maybe call the mascot Beef Patty. Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's pretty good. And then you could like shorten it to what's Patty doing today? You know, that's kind of cool. Okay. Edwards, happy Christmas Eve from Roma, Texas. And Mac Truck, Merry Christmas. Gonna have some beef tomorrow and 100 push-ups. Nice. Cheers and happy Christmas from your Swiss fans. Thank you. Okay, we've got a question here. Woo. Hey guys, can a person eat bones without accumulating too much calcium? Merry Christmas, y'all. Do you have anything for Terry there, Bob?
Me personally, I don't eat bones, but if you're a person that likes to crunch on bones to get to the marrow, calcium is one of those things that's just like many other things in our body. If you get too much of it, you will just pee or poo it out. Excess calcium is not really a problem that I am aware of. Now, remember, I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV, but as I understand it, calcium is one of those things. It's like salt. If you get too much salt in your body, you just pee it out. Unless you also have too much sugar, then your body hangs on to it with the inflammation and all the other stuff. But calcium is not really a nutrient of concern. Vitamin C is a nutrient of concern if you get too much of that. And calcium, if you're eating a non-carnivore diet, the excess calcium could bind with any excess oxalates that you're eating. Because as we all know, about 95% of all kidney stones are calcium oxalate. So too much calcium combined with oxalates could cause kidney stones. But in a healthy carnivore, I don't see any reason why calcium would be a problem. Any thoughts on that, Dave?
No, I don't have anything I can really add to that. From John, a local store named Earth Fare here in Ocala, Florida, have had picanha steak on sale for $6.99 a pound for the last 2 weeks. So I've stocked up and now have a freezer full.
Jesus,
Wow, nice.
at that price, it'd be worth getting in my car and driving the 2,000 miles down to Florida.
Have you ever had picanha, Bob?
I haven't. It's really expensive here. It's not for whatever reason a popular cut here in Omaha. I
Right.
see it, but picanha tends to run here very close to the same price as what you'd get ribeyes for. And for whatever reason, I can usually find T-bones or sirloins a lot cheaper here.
Okay. We got some suggestions. I'm just writing them down. So 3 suggestions here: Buster, Brownie, or Dusty. Okay. I'm not sure about Brownie. That kind of, that sounds a bit like anti-carnivore, but anyway.
He is brown, sort of, kind of brownie or orange. Hard to say.
I was thinking of Brownie more as in the.
You can't really see both
snack.
of his eyes unless I turn him because he's kind of covered up by the hair.
Right.
He's really soft and plushy, though.
Archie. How's that? Archie. Okay. Aid is here now. We can call off the search. Awesome. How you doing, Aid? Merry Christmas. Here's an idea. Jeannie just says, my butcher had Wagyu for $99 a kilo. No, thanks. Well, you could call him Wagyu. How's that for a name? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, guys, do you have any other suggestions for Bob's new name for Bob's cow? Did you want to show him on screen again, Bob?
Sure.
So, we could call him Orange Bob. We could call him Bobette, the Heelan Coo, Beef Patty, Buster, Brownie, Dusty, Archie. And if you've got any other ideas, please let us know. Here's one from Cordelia. Norman from the City Slickers movie. Okay, Norman. I kind of like Norman. That's a kind of cool name. Yeah. You could go with deference, call him Sirloin Steak.
Or just sirloin.
Yeah. Okay, cool. As Jeannie says, she doesn't look happy. Aid suggestion, tasty. Nice. Yeah. Okay. All right. Beefcake. That's a cool name. Yeah, beefcake. All right, I'm writing all these down. So far, we've got, what's that? 3, 6. We've got 12 suggestions so far. Number 13 is Burnt Angus. Thank you. Burnt Angus. Nice. Big Mac.
And while we're playing this game of Name the Cow, if you actually have any other questions, feel free to jump right in there and put a question. And while Dave is finishing writing stuff down, don't forget whatever channel you're watching on, hit that thumbs up button. Maybe we'll get a few more people in here. And if you happen to have your computer open and other tabs, open another tab and put the other person's channel up on the other tab just so we get more views. Because more views means more people. And maybe the question that other person sees will be of value to somebody else.
So how's this one? T-Bones. That's a cool name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I kind of like that one.
Yeah. So we got 15 so far. Nice. So yeah, as Bob says, if you've got a question, please put a Q in front of it. If you've got anything you'd like us to discuss, please put a Q in front of it as well. And then that'll help me to see it easy. What's this one? You could go accusatory, call him hoof-hearted. Okay, hoof-hearted. All right. I should actually be typing these out as they come in rather than writing them down. I'm so analog.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So at the end, I'm just going to run through them. I'm going to say them out, each of them out quickly, and then everyone needs to kind of put in to the chat what their favorite name is. Yeah, out of those suggested. Here's one for the cow name: Tri-tip taurine. Nice. TTT. Tri-tip taurine.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah. So I'm surprisingly analog for a computer programmer. It's okay. Aid says, "What is the fat to protein ratio on a ribeye steak generally?" Do you know, Bob? I don't eat ribeyes, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, it depends on how much your butcher trims them. If you're looking at a piece of uncooked meat on your plate before you throw it in the pan to cook it up, if about 1/8 of the surface area is fat and the other 7/8 are lean meat, that's about a 1-to-1 fat to protein ratio steak. And then you just have to judge from there. If they didn't trim it as much, if it has that big wide strip of fat around the outside, just like a piece of picanha does, it could be as much as a 2-to-1. So, but the 1/8 versus 7/8 is the general rule of thumb when looking at a piece of meat for a 1-to-1 fat to protein ratio.
Okay, Angela. Hi, Dave, Bob. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
To you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. All right. So, do we have any more suggestions for the name for Bob's new friend? So far, we have Bobette, Orange Bob, Heelan Koo, Beef Patty, Buster, Brownie, Dusty, Archie, Norman, Sirloin Steak, Tasty, Beefcake, Burnt Angus, Big Mac, T-Bones, Hoof Hearted, and Tri-tip taurine. Does anyone else have any suggestions? Anything is okay.
Yeah. And while they're thinking about that, I know you're going somewhere today, and they don't really do much in Japan with Christmas.
Right.
But do you and your household have other plans for later today?
So not so many regular plans for today because it's a normal working day in Japan. Like my wife will head off to work as normal. She's a nurse, so even if it was a holiday here, she'd probably still be scheduled. So my daughter and I will be going to do some Christmas shopping. So she has some particular tastes about the things she likes at the moment related to stickers and all that kind of thing. So I gave her some money as a Christmas present rather than actually buying her a Christmas present so she can get the ones she wants. And so we'll be going to get some of those, and then maybe going to see a movie, but definitely tomorrow we've got some plans to go out and do things together as a family.
That'll be fun.
But yeah, so tomorrow being, and this is probably not something you call it, but Boxing Day. You don't call it Boxing Day, right?
No. Tomorrow's, well, because see, for me, tomorrow
for
is
you
actually
is the
Christmas.
25th. So
yeah,
the day after tomorrow, so the 26th. I guess it's a British English thing. We would call the 26th of December Boxing Day. Now, growing up as a kid, I thought that was actually, boxing. But I think it's to do with the boxes that are left over from opening the presents on Christmas Day or something like that. But yeah, so I think from memory, it's a whole Boxing Day, the 26th is a holiday, at least in Australia.
Yeah. I think Canada does Boxing Day. I don't know
Right.
if it's the day after Christmas, but I have heard Canadians talking about Boxing Day. I have no idea what that is because I'm just a dumb American. But
So,
and
like,
you know, if you don't live here, you don't really exist in my mind because you know America is the center of everything. We all know that.
typically in America, is like on Christmas Day, everything's closed.
Yeah, pretty much everything's closed here.
Right, right.
I mean,
So
there
would
are
that be
some
restaurants
gasolines.
as well?
Uh, Only those the more of the upscale places that serve Christmas dinner type
Ah,
food will be open, and some gasoline stations will be open to service the travelers going to and fro. But for the most part, everything is closed here on Christmas.
mm. So we've got some suggestions here. So, whoops, we've got sirloin, all right, and also farty. And I'm glad you actually put it in twice there, because the first time I wrote it down as farting, like like the fart is in progress. So, ah, Mr. Brisket, nice one. Okay. Wow, I haven't done this much writing in a long time. Okay. The Ants Tube. Good evening, gents, and Merry Christmas from Denmark. Love that you're on. I'm home alone with my animals for all Christmas and New Year's, so seeing you is just awesome. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, yes, indeed.
Ah, so Aid says Boxing Day is the day we give servants and poor people the leftover empty boxes. So John says dinner. That's a that's a good one.
Dinner. We have a
Dinner.
winner. Dinner.
Okay. And g'day, Liz. Hey guys, I'm cooking a giant ribeye roast the size of my freaking head. Nice.
Excellent.
Awesome. Merry Christmas, Liz.
There's never a bad day for a giant rib roast.
How about this one? Tasty. It's all right. That's pretty cool. Did we already have? Oh, we already had that one down.
Yeah.
We already had that one. Okay. What about bull rump? That's cool. You got to imagine it in context, like when Bob's on a live stream or he's making a video and he's out for a walk with his new mascot. It's like, hey, it's Bob and so hey, it's Bob and Bull Rump here. It's like maybe it's Bob and it's Bob and Farty here. That sounds like a dynamic duo. Bob and Farty. Bob and Farty. How about Brian? He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. Okay. Yeah. Also, guys, if you have any questions, please put a Q in front of it, and we'll get to those as well. So you can make a suggestion about the new name for, let's just call him Orange Bob for the moment. You can make a suggestion for the new name for Orange Bob, or pop a question in or a discussion point in with a Q in front of it, and we'll get to those as well.
And we've had one or two already. Go ahead and tell us what you're planning on having for your carnivore Christmas meal. If it's either Christmas where you are or tomorrow is Christmas, let us know what you're going to have. Because we all know that Dave likes to get hungry during these live streams. So we should go out of our way to make him get hungry.
I'm immune to the hunger today because I've had my 2 cans of sardines, so I'm okay. Liz hasn't seen Orange Bob. Can you show? So, Bob has a new mascot.
A subscriber sent this to me. It's a little cow.
We need to find a name for him. And I've just been calling him Orange Bob in the interim, in the same way that, Bart K's got Yellow Ted. So we've got quite a few names, which I'll read out at the end, and try and get a consensus on which one is best. Right. We've got quite a few already. We've got we've got more than 20 names already. Scotty. Okay. Yep. I've got Bull Rump down. Oh, hang on. These are cute. Ruminant Reg. Oh no, I'm running out of space. Ruminant Reg. Gary the Grass. Gary the Grass. That sounds like he's in a prison. Don't tell any of the secrets to Gary the Grass. Yeah, okay. They're all going so quickly now. Okay. Oh, here we go. Aid says, today I'm having chicken wings, shallow fried in my own tallow. Then later I will have meat cakes made with 10% beef heart, 20% beef liver, and 30% beef fat, and 40% beef meat. Wow. Sounds nice.
It does sound pretty good.
Yeah. Fat. Today, this video is brought to you by Farty and Bob. Hang on, that means it sounds like Farty is my name. Yeah, call him dinner. Cheers, Liz. I've got that down. Okay. Okay. No more suggestions at this stage. Okay. Yeah. Any questions? So, Bob, what's your typical pattern over like the Christmas New Year period? Do you just kind of, I know your neck's kind of sore at the moment, but like the normal, a normal Christmas season, would you be heading home to see family or?
Yeah, well, normally I would be in Ohio for Christmas to visit with my mom, who is in an extended care facility, and both of my sisters. Well, the one sister lives a few blocks away from her facility, and the other sister lives a few miles from her facility. So I would have gone to Ohio for a couple or 3 days. Even if I had been down in Texas, I would have gone back to Ohio for that. And my original thought, I had just talked to my sister and was actually planning on being loaded up to go to Texas. But because the leaves came down so late this year and it was already coming up on December the 1st when I finally got all my yard work done, I thought, well, I'll just wait. And instead of driving to Texas and back to Ohio and then back to Texas again, I'll just go through Ohio on my way to Texas. And I had just cleared all that with my sister for a place to stay and all of that when I think it was the very next day the storm came down and I fell on the ice out there, and I've been kind of laid up since then. It's been 3 weeks and 2 days since I fell, and I won't say it feels like I just fell yesterday because I can tell I'm getting better. But right now my neck feels about like my shoulder did the day after I fell on trail a couple of Januaries ago.
Wow. Hey, we've got another suggestion here. Farty could also be called methane. Okay. So today's live stream is brought to you by Methane and Bob. Yeah. That's Bob and Beefy. Bob and Beefy. Yeah.
Beefy is good.
Beefy. Yeah. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
Easier to say than Heeland Koo.
And I would probably get banned if I named him, instead of calling him Methane, if I called him something to do with the climate and changing weather patterns and all that. I don't want to get us banned by saying those two words together too quickly, but I'm sure if I called the cow that my channel would get canceled pretty quick.
Okay. Gurab. See you tomorrow. Today I ate a medium boiled egg with stuffing mix of egg yolk, sardines, ghee, cheese, tomato, relish, tiny bit of pepper. Nice.
Excellent.
Okay. Bob and I did that one. Bob and Beefy. We need to. What's this say? We need to yoke Bob and Farty together. Okay. John says, thanks, guys, for having this live. I'm alone this Christmas Eve and feel like I've spent some time with family and friends. Cheers, John. Very
Cheers to
Merry
you
Christmas
too,
to
John.
you.
Yeah, I mean that's why I, because Dave and I talked about whether or not we should do this one because we weren't sure if anybody would show up, but we said, oh, let's go ahead. There may be some other people like us that are just sitting around on Christmas Eve, or in his case, early Christmas morning, with nothing to do or plans that haven't taken place yet. So we might as well give it a go, and here we are. And I like doing live streams because, I mean, making videos is good. Giving people, the concise 10-minute videos that I like to do that, talk about a single topic are great. But this sitting around having a town hall meeting or whatever, which is talking about whatever you guys want to talk about, is great. I mean, it's probably the most fun there is to be had as a YouTube person.
Yeah. Princessy says, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Okay. Another suggestion here. Cowpat. Cowpat. I'm never going to be able to read my writing. What am I doing here? Okay.
See, before the live stream started, I was leaning towards Butterball.
Butterball. What's that? What was that guy's name? Butter Bob? Is that? Yeah. It's butter makes your pants fall off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put that down, right? But so Butterball. Okay. All right. Should I put down Butter Bob, or is that too close?
No,
Bob,
that's somebody
Bob
else's
and Butter
name.
Bob. Call your cow Boobala. Boobala? Wow. Or is that Bubbler? I'm not sure. Boobala, Bubbler. Okay. Brown beef. Okay. Did I have that one already? No. Okay. I'm running out of space, guys. We're never going to be able to vote on this. Brown beef. Okay. If it's a girly cow, barbecue. That's cool. Bob and barbecue. Okay. Beefy sounds cool. Butterball is already taken. It's a turkey. And Jeannie says it's a bull. It needs a male name. Okay. Question. Are there any powder bone broth and powder protein that would be carnivore safe? I'm not sure. Bob, you any idea?
I don't really know. I do know that there are some egg white powders out there. And egg white powder would be pretty much pure protein. Now, whether or not egg white powder is any good to mix up and use yourself, I don't know. You might have to kind of blend your own. And I don't know anything about bone broths, but I'm sure there's some if you go looking. Perhaps somebody in the comments knows of a good bone broth that comes in powder form. And if you could find that and mix it with egg white powder, you'd have a pretty good mix.
Sorry, Bob. I'm just going to...
If you have to take
Did you
that,
read this
ahead.
question? Yeah, sorry.
I certainly will. Question. Finished 5-day fast on Tuesday. No hunger. Their body fat has increased, muscle decreased. Any explanation? No. I wish I could answer that question for you. Um, I would, of course, ask, how do you know your body fat has increased and your muscle has decreased? Because normally when you're fasting, unless you were already at almost zero body fat, when you're fasting, your body will use your body fat. It will not oxidize current muscle tissue for energy. It won't do that. So I don't know. I mean, most of the, if you've got one of those scales that sort of keeps track of it, you need to know that those probably, I mean, they're good for trends over long periods of time, but on a 5 day rotation thing like that, I don't know that I'd put much credence in what one of those scales say, unless you're using a very expensive piece of kit at home to determine that for yourself. Any thoughts on that, Dave?
Body fat increase, muscle decrease. Any explanation? Body fat has increased. I would say like the timing is too isolated. I would say to make a. I'm sorry, I didn't hear exactly what you said because I had the call going on there, Bob. But I would just think the time is too short to be able to kind of judge anything, and I would kind of see how that goes over a longer period of time. It might just be that when you're fasting, your body naturally holds on to water when it can and stuff like that. Yeah, I in such a short amount of time, I wouldn't think anything of it. Okay, so yeah, it's such a small time frame. Okay, Orange Bull. How's that? That's kind of like Orange Bob. Although it sounds a bit funny. Today's video is brought to you by Bob and Orange Bob. That sounds a bit too repetitive, right?
And the one I was just thinking of here, while I'm sitting here looking at them, I, of course, can't say the name I'm thinking of, so we can convert that name into Bull Bleep.
Ah, okay. Bull Bleep. It's Bob and Bull Bleep. Okay. Okay. Bull Bleep. Okay. All right. So hang on a second. I've got something said. Oh, no. Okay. Bob and what's this say? Bob and Bull Rump or Bob and Farty. Pick your poison, Bob. I kind of like a farty. Hey, today's video is brought to you by Bob and Farty. Yeah. Yeah, Jeannie says brisket. Yep, I think we got that one down.
Yeah, we got brisket down there already.
Okay, yeah. All right. So, we got a question. I'm completely lost, feeling really stupid. Who on earth are you trying to name? Oh, Bob, can you show? We're trying to name Bob's new mascot.
A subscriber sent this to me. It's a little stuffed cow.
Yeah. So let's we've only got 15 minutes left and we've got a lot of names here. So I can make sure I can get through them all and read my writing. Let me just list them off. And if you've got a favorite out of this list, please put it into the chat and we'll see if we can determine which one gets the most votes. Okay, so methane, Bobette, Orange Bob, Orange Bull, Beef Patty, Healing Coo, Buster, Tasty, Brownie, Butterball, Bull Rump, Dusty, Archie, Boolala, Brian. I sound like I'm trying to speak a different language. Norman, Sirloin Steak, Tasty, Beefcake, Ruminant Bredge, Burnt Angus, Big Mac, Gary the Grass, T-Bones, Hoof-Hearted, Tri-Tip Taurine. I'm really struggling to read my writing. Tasty, Cowpat, Ribeye, Sirloin, Bull Bleep, Farty, Mr. Brisket, Dinner, Beefy, Barbecue. Okay, so it's out of the and Buck Burger.
And we have $1 million question up there,
Oh,
just above that one.
okay, here we go. Can we use ratio 50-50 protein to fat, or do we need strictly 70-30?
The answer to that question is there is no answer to that question. Only you can answer that. I generally, when people ask me how to get started on carnivore, I tell them generally start with 1-to-1, or in this case, 50-50 protein to fat. Start there. Go for 60 days, see how you feel. And then from there is where the N=1 experiment happens. Keep adding a little bit of fat and see how you feel. Or subtract a little fat and see how you feel. This is one of those things that there is no answer that this is where, everybody is going to feel better. I know Papa Carnivore probably keeps it a much higher fat, and I keep at probably above 1-to-1, but I'm not at a 2-to-1 ratio either. So you just, unfortunately, I wish I had a better answer for you, but the best answer to that question is you'll just have to play with it and see what makes you feel best. Anything to add on that, Dave?
Yeah, I agree. Like at the end of the day, it'll come down to what works for you, and you're gonna have to balance, and based on if you've got too much fat, you won't get out of the bathroom. If you've got too little fat, you're not going to get out of the bathroom. So you just kind of find what works for you, your happy medium, your N=1, based on how the amount of energy you need, how you feel, and what allows you to not be in the bathroom 24 hours a day. You definitely, you're too high on the fat if you need a seatbelt in the bathroom. But other than that,
been there, done that, got the postcard.
If your head's sticking through the bathroom ceiling, then you've added too much fat. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's a good question.
Yeah. If I don't keep my fat high, I'm prone to hard stools. Yeah. So it's going to be that's really important for everyone to, if the fat's not high enough, it's going to be too hard, or, if the fat's too much, then yeah, it's going to be rocket fuel. Okay. I definitely want to get out of the bathroom from FX Trader. Look, we got another Beefy McBeefface, or Boaty McBoatface, after Boaty McBoatface. Okay. Yeah, I know. And that's what it comes down to, right?
Yeah.
It's what works for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
That's why, because one of the things I talk about a lot on my channel, I know you have talked about this too, Dave, and why we don't get upset when somebody says, oh, well, I'm going to have this for dinner tonight, and it includes a little bit of something that is not strictly carnivore. you and I are of the firm belief that if what you're doing is working for you, then there's no reason to change.
Right.
And you shouldn't listen to because nobody's carnivore is exactly what your carnivore is going to be. Your carnivore might include, for either how you feel or your budget, it might include some cabbage or something else to help fill up the meal without spending all that, spending the money on meats.
Right.
I don't get so dogmatic that I say, well, you can't hang around here if you're going to have vegetables because vegetables are bad. Yes, vegetables are bad, but if you are getting the results you want, then whatever you're doing is what's best for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Feral grandma. I guess that's a suggestion. Bevo?
It's pronounced Bevo, and that's the mascot of the Texas Longhorns.
Okay.
So I could never call this thing Bevo.
Oh, why not? You're
I'm not a fan of the Texas Longhorns. My team are the Buckeyes of Ohio State. Maybe I'll just call him Buckeye Bob.
Buckeye Bob. Okay, I'll put that one down. But did we already have that one? I'm not sure. Buckeye Bob.
No.
We've got Bob and Buckeye Bob bringing you this live stream. Yeah. Bob is for the enemy team. Oh no, this is getting sports political. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, no. Unlike most people, I've said this before, but I don't know that I've actually said it on air here. Most people that follow sports teams are for that team because whatever, either they live near there or it's just who their parents followed or whatever. I come by my Buckeye fandom the old-fashioned way. My dad played football for Ohio State. Now, to tell you how long ago that was, he was a member of their football team before Woody Hayes was their coach. All of my first cousins went to Ohio State, except for one who had a full-ride cheerleader scholarship to Kentucky. I went to Ohio State. So I come from a long line of people that went. Oh, and my mom went to Ohio State. She graduated from Ohio State's nursing school. Her roommate ended up getting married to Jack Nicklaus.
Oh.
So, yeah, I come by my Ohio State fandom naturally. It's been in my blood for several generations now. One of my uncles designed. He was the architect that built St. John Arena, their old basketball arena that was built back 50, 60 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the last question before we finish up today. So why can't Americans say Hereford right? I'm not sure, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right either. How would you pronounce that, Bob?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like to me, it looks like Hereford.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
so
I have no idea.
I would say Hereford, but I'm not sure. Yeah. What's the correct way to pronounce it, Ade? Don't leave us hanging. Yeah. So anyway, we've got a extensive list of suggestions written in perfect hand. That
I tell you what, you guys, to tally up the votes for the naming of the Bob mascot. Go after the live stream is over. Go to my channel. Once this thing posts up as a video, drop down in the comments underneath of it and write what your favorite name is. And I'll give it 4 days And whichever one, even if it's something I absolutely hate, whichever one has more comments, more instances in the comments, that will be the name of the channel mascot, regardless. Even if it ends up being something stupid like Sally.
Sally the bull. Yeah. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you watching, especially on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day where you are. So, Merry Christmas, Bob.
Yes, Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for spending some time with us today. Don't forget to drop over and name the mascot for my channel. And as always, don't forget to get out there, be 1% better. Today,